them they refuse to attend. So unless our courts also are serious and they decide to also bar their teeth against those who disobey court orders and or refuse to grant them any orders until they purge themselves of the content, then is when you begin to see a change in this country. We're in court. We just did a scan and you could see the pictures where the IG was just a few kilometers from the High Court. And yet the excuse that was given to court and was that he was out of town. Sometimes our courts as well must take that responsibility to ensure that their court orders are obeyed and either refuse to grant audience to the government agencies that refuse to obey court orders or pronounce themselves on the law even as they grant those orders and or suffer the fate of being the suckers in the three arms of government when your orders are disobeyed left, right and center. Because you can't have a whole arm of government also crying foul like the helpless, like the people of Kenya. And so if the courts are saying they have teeth and they're not barring their teeth out and showing their might as well, then we continue to suffer this gain that you summon them, they refuse to attend. So unless our courts also are serious and they decide to also bar their teeth against those who disobey court orders and or refuse to grant them any orders until they purge themselves of the content, then is when you begin to see a change in this country. Because you cannot continue to have courts that are saying they're not obeying court orders, they're not obeying, or they issue court orders and they don't care thereafter. So as a law society, we are doing our part. We are bringing the cases before the court. We are seeking for the answers. We are fighting to ensure that those who have since disappeared, we demand that they are brought to court. But it's a sad time in our nation that we're seeing habeas corpus is being taken as a joke. That we can grant people extra time to bring in their pleadings or to take their time as to whether they will come to court or not, and not recognizing that somebody could be in the limbo between life and death. And so unless also our courts recognize this old age century habeas corpus application and the importance it's played in our nation as well, then we will not be able to see justice. And so my tough position is that we need to see courts also playing their role. When court orders are not obeyed, they should not grant audience to those who are disobeying those court orders. It's not enough to just say that we have granted the order or those court orders are not being obeyed. Can you actually bite? And don't give us milk teeth bites. Actually sink your teeth in so that the next person who seeks to disobey court orders will think twice.